McCauley, and I'm a pray off in Syracuse, New York. And you know, we talked about the real meaning of the Last Supper. But how many of us suffer from the Last Supper syndrome? Let me tell you about Ellen McCauley's Last Supper syndrome. I was 53 years old when I started Pray It Off. This year I'll be 64 on June 25th, and I've been doing this for 11 years. So for probably 35 of those 53 years, I would say, usually on a Sunday, I'm going to start a diet tomorrow. I'm going to lose weight once and for all. Now, I'm talking, I was always 100 pounds, 80 pounds, more than that overweight. But on Sunday, I would say, I'm going to lose weight, start tomorrow. But right now, I'm going to toast 4 pieces of toast. And I'm going to put butter on that toast. Then I'm going to put an inch of peanut butter. And on top of that, I'm going to put an inch of jelly. My Last Supper was always 4 pieces of toast, inch of peanut butter, inch of jelly, because I deserved it. Because why? I was starting my diet on Monday. How many times have we said, I'm going to have fried fish on Friday night, I'm going to have coleslaw, I'm going to have tartar sauce, because tomorrow I'm going to run in a 5K, and then I'm going to fast, and I'm going to, oh, wait a minute, I slept till noon. Well, next week, I'm going to do these things. We always say on Monday, on New Year's, after the wedding, after the party, I'll start making smart choices, because we think that means we have to eat foods we dislike and start avoiding foods we do like. You know, even my mother said, you know, Ellen, you're really not deprived. You're having some pretty good stuff there. Didn't you and Bob have steak and lobster the other night? What kind of diet is that? And I said, well, thank you so much, Mom, for showing such an interest in what I'm eating. And since I gave up dairy, gluten, sugar, and for Lent, I gave up nuts and fruit. Steak and lobster is pretty much the only thing I can eat, and I only had it once, but thank you. You're right, I'm not deprived, Mom. Thank you for calling that to my attention. So, the thing is, we think being on a diet means we can't eat anything good. As my mother's fond to point out, you still can eat good things. Also, we always think we will feast now and fast later. I'm bringing this up because on Easter Sunday, many of us in this room will say, Ellen who, Pray It Off, watch, and next Thursday, you will gain 3 or 4 pounds, and then you will stand there, and I will say, ooh, looks like you had quite a bit on Easter, and you will say, I know. Because that's what you always say. I know. And then another thing is, how many people are going to have ham on Easter? Don't lie, just raise your hand. All right. But then how many people are going to have ham on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the rest of your life? I'm not saying that a nice little Easter ham isn't a good idea, but there's no reason. It's very high in sodium. It's very high in sodium. There's no reason you have to eat ham for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Just remember that. Also, what's interesting about the Last Supper syndrome is so often in our lives, Monday never comes. It never comes. We think we're going to lose weight. We think we're going to start. And that's why I'm such a stickler about attendance. Because as long as you keep coming, there's always hope. But another thing is, don't threaten yourself. Now, on Easter Sunday, I can actually go through the whole day and not have any candy because I don't care about candy anymore. There was a day where I would take those Cadbury eggs, I would bite it in half, and then I would literally suck out the inside. And I would make a really big production of it. I'd be like the Silence of the Lambs. I'd be going. And then I take the other half and I do the same thing. And then it would be so good. Guess what? How many come in a package usually? 3 in a package. And before I know it, there's how many calories? 600. Boom. And the thing is, I can go the entire Easter season and not have any candy. Is there anyone else in the room who could not have any candy with me throughout this Easter season? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Somebody went like,
I don't want to laugh.
The thing is, you want to have a Cadbury egg? Great. God bless you. Suck the insides out with relish. But if you are going to have 10 Cadbury eggs, or 3, or 6, then it becomes an addiction and not a treat. Also, you remind yourself on that day that your first duty is to always take care of yourself. Now, there's a picture in here of the real Last Supper. The real Last Supper has Jesus and his disciples, but so many of us are looking at all these donuts with sprinkles, and we think we need our one last hurrah. And people are doing the math already. They're saying, wait a minute, Easter's on a Sunday, so I can eat pretty much whatever I want because I got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I don't have to wait until Thursday. And then on Monday, I'll just go for a 20-mile walk with a pack back on my pack filled with rocks. And then on Tuesday, the thing is, just be mindful. Don't say, I'll never eat candy again unless you really believe you won't. I'm not saying I'll never eat it again, but I don't want to eat it on Easter. I gave up nuts and fruit for Lent because it was an experiment, and I miss them, and I'm going to have nuts and fruit on Easter. That's my treat to myself. We need to learn how to enjoy foods in moderation, even though I said certain foods, moderation never works. When I said I was going to have some nuts on Sunday, guess what nut I'm not having on Sunday? Cashews. Because I am a crack addict cashew feed. I can't. But I can have some almonds, I can have some walnuts. If moderation works for you, do it. If it doesn't, don't do it. I'm going to stop right there, Bobby.